Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy December. It is the time of the year where everybody starts sharing their December dailies. I have a video on my channel already up if you want to see the one that I finished from last year. I had a few more changes that I added to it, so I posted it this year instead of last year because I was still kind of working on it and making some changes. So that is finally finished and up if you want more inspiration for what to do with yours and what kind of pages to do. So definitely check that out at the end of this video. So for this year, I actually made my own album. I was really inspired by Essie Ruth here on YouTube and Instagram. She made the most beautiful album, and I knew that I wanted to do something similar because I went to Hobby Lobby to get the plain craft album that they have every year, and they didn't have it, which was really sad. So I just opted to make my own since I couldn't find any other ones that I really liked and the sizes that I liked. So this is a 6x8 album. Now I say 6x8, but it's actually, so I cut the cover to be 8.5 by 7 1/4, I think. I don't know the exact measurements, but I can let you know in the description box if you would like to know more about it. So I did that so that way whenever I made 6x8 pages, it would fit well in there. So with that being said, I actually made it, so since I made it 8.5 long, my pages were like looking really short when I did them 6x8, so I did like 8.25 or so. So it's like 6x8.25, I believe, is the pages on the inside. So sorry for all the confusion with the measurements. So yeah, I made this video to show you the album that I made as well as my foundation pages, all of which are really easy to make, and even the album is handmade. So what I did was I just took a cereal box, and it was just a regular size cereal box. It wasn't like a really big one. And I cut the chipboard in that using the front and the back. And then I covered it with fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby. So this fabric is like a white fabric with black crosses on it, or plus signs. And then I used my own binding. So these are 1.5 binding rings. Yeah, 1.5 for these. So it's a little bit bigger than I'm used to. I don't think I've ever done one that's that big, but I figured it'd be better to just plan ahead and like assume that I'm gonna be having a lot of pages, and then if I don't, I can always change the size rings in there. So yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm doing for starters. And then on the side here, I have this is a charm. I believe this was sent to me by a pen pal. Sorry, I can't remember right now, but yes, I believe that was sent to me by a pen pal. And then this trim is from Hobby Lobby, and it's really pretty, and it's like a very light pink color, so it kind of matches the color scheme. This year I'm doing a lot, I didn't really intend to, but it's very vintagey and more light colored than normal. Normally I go for like super pink and red and green and all the colors, but this year it's very minimal. So I'll show you the inside now. I think that was everything. These are actually beads. I didn't have thickers that were small enough to go on the cover, so I just used these beads. And then I did like a little red heart underneath it to make it all level. The chipboard down here is from Merry Days. The ephemera is from, what is it called? Snowflake by Crate Paper. And then this frame is from the Snow and Cocoa collection. This paper is also from Snowflake. And then on the side, I just stitched some lace on top of this white iridescent tulle. So on the inside here, I just made a little shaker, and it's the month of December, and then I wrote what days are what, so that way I can flip back and look, and it kind of helps me remember, like if I'm a day behind, what day I did something, if that makes sense. So yeah, it just kind of helps me keep track of everything in here. And then to decorate it, I just added this really pretty flower, which is from Snowflake, and then put it on top of this paper from Merry Days last year. So over here I have, this is going to be my reason why page. It's actually kind of funny. So I was going to film my whole process of this, but it just like everything was going wrong the whole time I was filming it. So this is a piece of reused packaging from Merry Days, and it's like a sticker sheet. So I just used it to, since it has like a border already around it, I'm just going to write it on the inside. And I wrote reason why here, but it was so ugly, so I had to cover it up with something. But at least I tried, right? So I just made a little banner using one of the papers from Snowflake, and then used these stickers that I had in my stash to make it say 2019. And then this is actually from Walmart. These are like glitter ornaments. I've been seeing a lot of people use these as embellishments, so I thought I would try it. And I think it looks really cute in here. And I don't have too much gold going on, so I like that it gives a little bit of bling. So I'm probably going to end up decorating the back of this page. It'll probably just be more so once I finish the album. During the time that I'm like making the album, I'm not thinking so much about the backs of the pages, but I like to go back through once I finish all of my days and just add little stuff, make changes, as you know. So yeah, that probably won't end up staying blank for long, but for right now, it's just the back where I stitched. So these are envelopes that I made using my punch board. And I also got this idea from Essie Ruth this year. She made a bunch of envelopes for everybody in her family, and then they each write what they're looking forward to. For this album, I'm going to put like everybody's favorite part of Christmas, because everybody has different traditions. So this is me and my boyfriend, so we both do different things with our families. And then this is my roommate, and then this is my sister. So mine and my sister's will probably be very similar, but yeah, I like that I have multiple different perspectives of what everybody's favorite part of Christmas is, because everybody does different things and they're looking forward to different aspects of Christmas. So I like that I included that. And thank you for the inspiration on that, Essie. So this is day one. I didn't have any pictures for day one, so I just wanted to, I had like a really good story to tell. It's actually a really funny story about how I ended up at my grandma's house at 11 o'clock at night. So I just thought I would put an envelope here. And I didn't want to do like a big envelope since I had some here. So I just used this bag that's from the Snow and Cocoa collection. And then I'll probably make a tag to go on the inside. I think I'm going to print it out because it's kind of like a longer story. So I'm going to print it out, and then I'm going to like make a tag and put the printed out paper on the tag, and then have string that comes out of the top. So to decorate this little bag, I just use this swan from Merry Days. This is also from Merry Days, and this sticker set, I believe, is from Maggie Holmes. I think it's from the Gather collection. Oh, it's called Charm. So I don't know what collection that's from, but it's called Charm. And then this is pom-pom trim that I got last year, and then Target Dollar Spot. On the very back of my album, this is like the back of it. So I just have a little pocket here where I can keep like extra little pictures, or if I don't end up putting pictures in my album, then that way I can have them here to look back on. Whenever I was reflecting on my album that I did last year, I really wished that I had some sort of pocket, because sometimes you're not able to write down the stories or document things on the day that they happened. So it's nice to just have a little pocket in here that I can come back to and have everything available. So yeah, I just kind of like having that there, and all I did was use foam tape and a piece of paper from the Merry Days collection. Measured it out to be the same as the other paper, and then with the foam dots it just stands up enough to have little papers go in there. And I have to accidentally put this upside down, if you can tell, but I just tried to like embellish it so that way it wasn't as obvious, but it doesn't really bother me that much, so I wasn't worried about it. So that's all I have right now for my foundation pages. I have some plans for December, so I know some stories that I want to for sure document, so I will continually update you guys, probably on Instagram as I add more. And then I plan to update at the end of every week what my weeks look like. So I'll be back on the 7th with how all of my days turned out. Hopefully I can keep up with it this year, fingers crossed, of how everything turned out and the different stories that I told. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out my album from last year. I will link it down below. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys make as well. Thanks for watching.